Today we're going to make a vegetable tempura appetizer. For this we're going to need a few ingredients. We're going to need all-purpose flour. Also, instead of using flour and egg, we're going to use a tempura batter mix. We need cold water. And for vegetables, we're going to need sweet potato, eggplant, carrot, portobello mushroom, zucchini, yellow onion, and broccoli. Also, depending on the season, we recommend asparagus or green beans, also really nice for vegetable tempura. For tempura, the thickness of the vegetables is very important. We recommend, for the sweet potato, cutting it into 7 millimeters thick. For the carrot, 5 millimeters. Eggplant and mushroom, 1 centimeter. Zucchini and onion, 7 millimeters. And 1 good-sized piece of broccoli. These vegetables are usually available throughout the year. Now we're going to go ahead and make our tempura batter. To make our tempura batter, we're going to need 1 cup of sifted tempura batter mix. And mix 1 1/8 cup of cold water in with this. Combine both ingredients together in a metal bowl. And when whisking the batter, we don't want to mix it too well. The key is we don't want to completely mix it all the way together. We're also looking for a very specific consistency. We don't want the batter to be so thick that it sticks to our fingers. We also don't want it to be so thin that it runs off our fingers. We still have some big chunks of batter in here, but that's acceptable. Now we're going to make our tempura dipping sauce. For this sauce, we're always going to use the same ratio and the same ingredients. It's going to be 4 parts dashi, 1 part soy sauce, and 1 part mirin. We'll take all of our ingredients and combine them into a pot and heat it up on the stove. Once we've brought the sauce to a boil, we're ready to serve it. Now it's time to flour our vegetables before we batter and fry them. We make sure all the vegetables are completely covered in a light amount of flour. Be sure to tap off any excess amount of flour before transferring them to the next bowl. The flour helps the tempura batter stick to the vegetables. If you don't flour the vegetables, the batter will just run right off of them. Now it's important to take the vegetables that are going to cook the quickest and put them on the bottom so they go in the fryer last. We're going to do first in, last out style with these as we cook them. Since the sweet potato and the carrot are going to take the longest to cook, we're going to put them in first and take them out last. And the green vegetables like the zucchini and the broccoli cook very fast, so we're going to put those in last and take them out first. Before we fry the tempura, we need to make sure that we have a metal bowl, a metal strainer, and a fine hand mesh strainer. These are going to be used to clean out the excess tempura crunch from the fryer. We will also need chopsticks to handle the vegetables while they're in the fryer. Now it's time to start cooking the tempura. Let's start with our sweet potato in the batter and drop it into the fryer. We want to make sure we start the sweet potato about 30 seconds before the other vegetables. Once the sweet potato comes floating to the top of the oil, we're going to sprinkle the top of it with a little bit of extra batter. Once we've done that, flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. And we'll let this cook for a short period of time before we add the other vegetables. Next vegetable we add is going to be the mushroom. We'll follow the mushroom with the eggplant and the carrot. And we're gonna do the same thing we did with the sweet potato. And add a little extra crunch. Then, drop our green vegetables into the fryer. At this point, what we want to do is flip all the vegetables so they cook evenly. If we don't flip them, one side is going to be burned and the other side will be undercooked. We're going to make sure to coat the back side of the veggies with tempura crunch after we flip them. And now for the onion. Since it cooks very quickly, we're going to add this in last. And when placing the onion into the oil, we must be sure to hold the onion slices together until the tempura batter solidifies enough to hold them together on its own, before releasing it into the fryer. After we place the onion in the oil and add extra tempura crunch to it, we want to make sure to flip all the veggies so they're evenly cooked on both sides. As we flip them, we can use the chopsticks to feel each side and make sure they're evenly cooked. Now when making tempura, there are several visual cues. Not only will you see the batter start to brown, also the bubbles that are coming from the vegetables as they're cooking will start to subside and get smaller. You know when the bubbles subside and get smaller that the vegetables are cooked. Now we'll pull out our green vegetables. Our carrot. Eggplant. And when we take the vegetables out of the fryer, we're setting them on their sides so the oil will drain off them more easily and not become soggy. When we take the vegetables out of the fryer, we want to be sure to put them on a metal mesh strainer so they drain well, and to prop them up on their sides so they don't get soggy. Once we've cooked all the tempura, it's time to plate. We're going to take a half sheet of tempura paper and fold it like so. We'll place this on the plate. We're doing this so that any excess oil from the tempura gets soaked up by the paper. This will prevent the vegetables from getting soggy. Start with our broccoli. Then we'll take the eggplant and the sweet potato and lean them up against the broccoli like so. Then we'll take the carrot and the zucchini and prop them up against the broccoli, sweet potato, and eggplant like so. Then place the onion in front of the carrot and the zucchini. Last of all, we'll place the mushroom in the front like so. And here is our completed vegetable tempura appetizer.